So I went to watch the new fourth Despicable Me movie, and in one word, this movie is a mess. But is it really bad or good? Let's find out. Despicable Me 4, in a nutshell, focused on Gru's family. Gru has a new baby who hates him, and Gru also meets his enemy from the past, Maxime Lamar, who escaped from prison and want to take revenge on Gru. As a result, Gru and his family are forced to move to another town, use new false identities, and adjust to their new jobs and new people that they meet in the town. On the simple level, it sounds like a good idea. But in reality, when you look at the number of the plots that are taking places during this film, everything starts to get messy. There's the story of Gru and his newborn son who hates him. There is the story between Gru and Maxime Lamar, who is trying to get revenge on Gru for something that happened in high school. There is the story of each family member in the new town, about how they interact with the new peoples and how they are trying to fit in the town. Also, there is the story of the minions, or rather the mega minions in the anti-villain league. And there also the story of Gru and Poppy's heist. These are just some of the larger stories that make up the film, and naturally, when you have too many storylines and stories, the film gets messy and scattered and doesn't always manage to close or develop all the plots in a high quality and in a good way. A good example of that is the story of Gru and his son. During almost the entire movie, Gru Jr. hates Gru. And after the robbery scene, which marks in about an hour of the movie, Gru Jr. begins to love Gru without any reason or explanation. I guess this probably happened so that the villain could get to Gru and take his son from him. And there would be more emotion in the scene rather if Gru Jr. won't like Gru. And again, this problem of the storylines reads through the most of the film. Another major problem is the pace of the film. During the first 15 minutes of the movie, Gru already met for the first time in the film with the villain of the movie, Maxime Lamar, and caused him to be imprisoned. Maxime breaks and escapes from prison only a few minutes after the arrest scene. Gru and his family are moving to a different town and house, and all of this in 15 minutes. The fast pace stops here. Since then, the film becomes very slow-paced, and in fact we see Maxime twice afterwards, where he only talks about the plan for the first time, and on the second time, at the end of the scene, he finally goes out to look for Gru with his vehicle. And instead of a search for Gru, we get one more scene, where our villain, Maxime, tells us for the first time why he wants revenge on Gru. Oh, and later this scene, he's just filling gas. I don't really know how this is related to the story. Probably because he was just flying around in the air without any clue. Not really trying to look for Gru in any some spatial way rather than looking down from the sky. But despite these problems and other major problems in the film, I want to make it clear. The film is not terrible. The film itself is a comedy film, and I remember moments that made me laugh. There were also some heartwarming moments that was amazing to watch. The animation looks great compared to the movie series, the music is good, and the last scene was an incredible scene that really feels like it closed a certain part. And not only of Despicable Me 4, but of the whole franchise. I think a lot of people overreacted to this film. I agree it's not the best film of the franchise, and maybe not the best animated film of the year, but it's still a nice movie that I would like to watch to pass the time, clear my head, or watch while doing something else in the background. In this movie there is much less emphasis on the plot, which I think is a big drawback. However, it is a film that I think that meant to focus more on the comedy rather than the plot. I personally think it's a decent movie, and I did enjoy watching it overall. I came to see the movie with much lower expectations, and I left quite satisfied that it was not as low level as I thought it would be. I would have been happier if there was more emphasis on the plot itself and the characters that felt one-dimensional to me. There was a lot of potential in this movie to create something that is deeper. There was ton of potential for character development which never happened like in the first few movies in the franchise. I personally think that if you'd like a film to pass the time with, or even just to clear your heads from the thoughts with some fun light comedy, I believe this movie could be a good choice. What did you think about the movie? Share your thoughts with us in the comments. Anyway, that is my general opinion of the movie. If you'd like to see more content like this, then please consider to like this video and subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you on the next video.